Hi everyone. Trying to make my tea. Start off first by making my tea. Hey guys. Wait, let me move these glasses because sometimes I only wear glasses to read. I can't see the glasses on. So I'm making my tea. This is my pajamas, so yeah. Damn. Yeah. American people say, yeah, is a lot. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I'm good. I'm doing good. I just want to know how y'all doing. So, I asked my security. I asked one of my securities to get me, because I have a moringa tree to the back of my kitchen window. And I asked him to give me one branch of the moringa leaf. This motherfucker brought a whole wedding bouquet. So I'm making my tea. I'm just gonna wash this. Let me try to find gloves because hey everyone. How is y'all doing? This is about to be mighty sweet. I'm just gonna pick mine. So I drink moringa in the morning and I just pick it from the back of my window. Because the tree don't die. I got a tree to the front gate, tree across to my garden, and then tree to the back of my window. So I'm gonna dry some of these. I'm gonna dehydrate some of these and actually start selling them again. Because I used to do that before. So just give me a second, let me rinse this and put it in the pot. And I just use about, what did I use? About one bottle of water, that's all. So I'm just gonna drop it in the pot like that. Is it more in that pot? Nope. It's in this pot. Where I be in. Everybody's here. Everybody's here. Everybody's here. The only bitch that can shut them motherfuckers off is online. Yeah, it's live. Yeah. And I was on every little limb that Mary had. And you know, Mary had a whole bunch of limbs. And I know some of y'all fallen angels are on my live. Welcome, fallen angels. Welcome, fallen angels kids. Welcome, fallen angel grandkids. I know all of y'all on this live. And you guys are welcome on my live. And I know the ones that can't come on the live, they're most definitely going to watch the after live. But however you do, I can see you. I'm going to put it on. Okay, I'm going to put my tea on. When you a bitter ex and you an angry ex and you a Hopojo, you don't drink tea before you sleep. Y'all see the skin? Y'all see the skin? Y'all see how the skin is giving? When a man leave you, let me tell you something. When a man then left your ass, some of this live gonna be in different accent for now, just take the American. When a man leave you, when a married man who's supposed to be faithful to his wife and decide to step out of his home to a single girl leave you, that's how you supposed to look. Or your teeth supposed to be white, your skin's supposed to glow, and you say fucking and cut your hair. That's how you supposed to look. Fallen, damn broke fallen angels. That's how you're supposed to look. You're supposed to just be, imagine I'm just in the PJs though. It's giving PJs, okay? This ain't, I just threw the pajamas top on top of the pajamas. That's how you're supposed to look. Just, should I add a little bit of more lip gloss? I'm about to play one song for y'all, for them fallen angels. There you go. Real lips that talk real shit. But yeah, you know, when a man who took a vow in front of the church, God and his family, that he is supposed to be faithful to death, do him and his wife part, he is responsible for that relationship, and she's responsible for that relationship. As the girlfriend, that is not my place. Now I can walk out and leave any motherfucking time I choose to. He could do the same too. But is it my responsibility at the time to be faithful? The fuck not. Let me tell y'all a little story from the Bible before I continue with my live. Hi, Teresa. Hi, everyone. So let me tell you guys a little Bible story. So that way we can, Liberian people can stop doing this, shaming women about dating a married man. In Liberia, a man can take 2 wives, 3 wives, 4 wives. Okay? So, if you dated a married man, maybe he wanted you to become his second wife. So don't never let somebody tell you, oh, you dating a married man and you're going to go to hell. I'm already born in hell. If there's another hell, hotter than this hell, honey, I'll go to hell before one of y'all motherfuckers think y'all could check me without me checking y'all motherfuckers right the fuck back. This is a rated R page. Go and get your grandkids from next to the phone, because I don't want y'all to be like, oh, I was watching the live and my grandkids heard the live, and then, you know, and you very rude. I'm 45 years old. I have earned the right to be fucking rude. I have earned the right to talk shit to motherfuckers that talk shit to me. I have earned the right to say fuck you. I have earned the right to not give a fuck at 45. I'm almost at the gate of getting menopause. Some people get it early, but I ain't even get mine yet. So the stage I am in my life, it is a fuck you and your entire bloodline. Okay? So yeah, when a man takes his oath, it is his sole responsibility to sustain his oath. I'm not supposed to, hey, my baby V, I'm not supposed to be the one responsible to be telling a married man, you know, you got a wife at home, you're supposed to be good to her. What if he decided to take me for a second wife? Am I supposed to stop my blessing because I met another woman there? No, not. So y'all can never do that to shame me. I'm not ashamed of dating someone who's married. So let me give you the story in the Bible so you don't think I'm going to the Guinness Book of World Record, okay? So in the Bible, for those of y'all Christians who are in the habit of reminding people of their sins, because the Bible said we're born in sin, we're going to die in sin, and we're living in sin. Your sin are your thoughts, words, and deeds. So if your sin are your thoughts, words, and deeds, bitches fucking with a nigga that got another bitch is not a sin. Okay? Perfect example. Abraham, Sarah in the Bible. He's the father of nations. He's living in his house. He got just him and Sarah. They kicking it. You know, Sarah doing all the little housework, cooking his meal, washing his little, you know, drawers and shit like that. Sarah helping him milk the cow. Sarah working. He banging Sarah every night. This is according to the Bible. Ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm not sweating, so don't come onto my post with stupidness. Don't come ask me, this is just my skin. Don't come and ask me if I'm sweating, if I don't have AC on. I'm going to move on from your attention-seeking ass. So, in the Bible, Sarah and Abraham kicking it. And you know, Sarah doing everything that society tells Sarah to do. You know, be a good wife, cook for Abraham, wash his damn drawers, and, you know, just follow him down the hall and go to church and sit to the left. That women were segregated at the time. And he banging Sarah every night, yet Sarah could not bear a child. Sarah going into her 80s, and, you know, Sarah hit menopause. And the chances of Sarah getting, even having, what you call this thing, babies are slim because Sarah then went into menopause and then get out of menopause. She then start getting horny again, but Sarah can get pregnant. Sarah was like, listen, dude, I can't get pregnant. Sarah in the Bible was the only legal wife of Abraham. So I just wanted, so we can get this story straight. That way, we can actually get out of this habit of telling people they're dating a married man. Sarah's story would be the story you guys would use for your perfect example before I get to those little eeny, meeny, miny, moes that used to have a tree in a yard that got cut down. We'll get to y'all, but let me just stay with Sarah for right now. Sarah over there, she done told Abraham, listen, I don't think I can get pregnant, and I don't know who's going to take over all this land and all this cattle, so we got to figure something out. Abraham was like, nah, none of them bitches in the villages I like. I don't like none of them girls. I don't want none of them. Sarah said, well, you know, that's Hagar. Abraham said, what, Hagar? You mean young, little, fresh Hagar with the iron titty living in the house with us? She was like, yeah, that Hagar. Said, what am I supposed to do with Hagar? Said, you could be fucking Hagar, though. Said, God damn, Sarah. Hagar live here with us. I can't be fucking the maid. She said, nah, you could be fucking the maid, you know. She wasn't thinking Hagar would have gotten pregnant for her husband. And that was back in the day. Women was finding girlfriends for their husbands. Why y'all sitting here instead of finding a girl for your husband or for your boyfriend so all of y'all can be in a little peaceful space and he don't have to be sneaking going to our house? Y'all calling people whores because they're fucking with a man who got a wife at home that he 99.9% of the time ain't happy with the motherfucker. Back to Sarah and Abraham. So Sarah went and said, you could be fucking Hagar. And the Bible ain't said like that, but if I have to read the Bible to my understanding, I'm definitely explaining the story like this. Boom. That nigga started banging Hagar. Every night he go in there, little Abraham go in there and be like, you know, get a little old ass, claim on top of Hagar, bang Hagar. Boom. Hagar got pregnant. Hagar gonna miss her period. Hagar just vomiting all over the house. Sarah's like, what's going on? Hagar, come over here. What's going on? She said, I missed my period. I don't know what's going on. Sarah said, P. Tim, I know this motherfucker ain't pregnant for my husband. And then she went to Abraham. She said, look here, nigga. I told you to go and fuck, and your pull-out game wasn't strong enough, and you didn't fuck around and get Hagar pregnant. What we gonna do about her? He said, we gonna keep her here. She pregnant already. She gonna stay here and have a baby. What I'm supposed to do, Sarah? Said, all right. Sarah, they didn't think that Hagar would have been doing the same shit she was doing, but you know, in styles, when you young, the swing of the leg and the back, all that is different when you a little bit younger. You know, Sarah Boone's in age now, so she can't do back flips. Hagar over there climbing on top of him, riding, so he fell in love with Hagar. Hagar then got pregnant. She done had a baby. Boom! Hagar had a boy who happened to be Ishmael. Sarah still can't get pregnant. She then got mad because Hagar done had a baby by her man, knowing damn well she was the one who gave her husband a girl. You see how the Bible looks? Everything that's happening now, it happened before. Hagar walking around with her son every day. Come on, Ishmael, let's go. She don't have no respect for Sarah again. She and Sarah to become mate, even though Abraham never married her ass. Sarah was still yet the only wife to Abraham, living with his girlfriend. That is the beginning of, is that in Genesis? I think that story is in Genesis or Exodus, one of them. But the fact that in the beginning of the Bible, it tells you about a man having a girlfriend who was living with him and a wife who was living in the same damn house, y'all can never tell me about me dating someone who have a husband. That would be a bunch of bullshit for me to even take y'all serious. Yeah, that it would tell me. That's exactly how it was. Next thing you know, Sarah got a little jealous because, you know, Hagar passing around with her baby, showing her baby to the neighbors. She's like, you didn't see my son Ishmael? He's so cute. Don't he look like his daddy? They're like, yeah, girl. He's so fine. He look just like brother Abraham. Say, yeah, girl. So how's Sarah taking it? Girl, don't worry about that bitch. She be all right. She can't have no more kids, though. She got old. Sarah went to the back of the house and started crying. Lord, What I done did to my marriage, I done brought another bitch that took my man. And then an angel show up, boom. They was like, oh, you know, Sarah. They were like, stop crying, girl, stop crying. We gonna handle this. She said, handle what? She said, you gonna have a baby? She said, I'm damn near 90 years old. I'm 85 years old. I can't even see my period. I'm supposed to get pregnant. I said, girl, have some faith in God. He gonna come through for you. She said, so I find this hard to believe. She said, get that nigga one night when he get him drunk, get him one night, and just give him one little hand. You gonna miss your period. Boom! Sarah took a little oil behind, you know, just ride. You know, when you oil, you don't do too much. You just be like, and that's when he be like, and then, before you know it, Sarah and got pregnant. And that's how Brother Abraham had a wife and a baby mama. Okay? So before you come for me, your daddy ain't been in the Bible. Your daddy ain't been in no books. Your daddy ain't been in no local news. Your daddy ain't even been on Facebook. And Abraham, who's in the Bible, he's a father of two nations. That's Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. Abraham is the standing stone for two religions. Ishmael comes from the Islamic background. Abraham comes from Christianity background. Okay? And you told what you're talking about, oh, y'all be shaming, y'all be calling that man baby mamas all on the internet, trying to disrespect his baby mama, and y'all say y'all love him and care for him, but every opportunity you'll get, you'll insult one of his baby mama. Yeah, he got a wife, and he got baby mamas. So fucking what? Abraham had a wife and baby mama. And then we're going to move forward. We're going to get straight to David. Before y'all disrespect me, I told y'all, I ain't doing nothing new. I'm doing what has been done. David had been anointed king. He kicking it. He chilling. He doing all his godless stuff. Went on the porch one day. Boom. What was her name again? Anybody gonna hear know David's wife's name? I think her name was Bathsheba. What was David's wife's name? I think it was Bathsheba. David and went and I can't remember David's wife's name, but I think David's wife's name was Bathsheba. David went home, tried to drink his little wine on the porch, looked over, saw another man's wife. So wife can fuck someone else's husband. Men can fuck someone else's wife, just like wife can fuck someone else's husband. The Bible have those two stories. The first story about Abraham and Sarah, Abraham had his wife and his baby mom living in the same house with him. He couldn't take the heat. He had to kick one of them out. And Hagar was the one he put out. Now you come to the story of David. David was a man who didn't have a wife and started looking down on another man's wife who was a general in his army. And next thing you know, boom, he done got that bitch pregnant too. Woo, when you read the Bible to y'all liking and understanding, the gossip is solid. David was like, what am I supposed to do? She said, I don't know, Mom. He said, well, I could send for your husband from the battlefield, and he can come and fuck you one night, and at least you could give the baby to him. She said, that baby gonna look like you, David. What if the baby come up with all that hair? My husband don't have no hair. Say, girl, you married. I'm the king. I can't be over here, fucking another man's wife. Well, your pull-up game was weak, nigga, and I'm pregnant, and I'm not having no abortion, so you gotta figure it out. He was figuring it out, and then he was like, damn, that's a good idea. Send him to town. That nigga came. He said, you can go spend time with your wife and just take some day off. He was like, no, my lord. I can't leave people on the battlefield fighting and then take the day off because of a bitch. He said, there's an order, nigga. Go get your dick sucked and fuck that bitch. And he was like, no, my lord. I can't do that. I got to serve my country and the king. Then he was like, God damn it. Well, my tea got hot. And then my tea cool off. David was like, damn it, I'm stuck with this pregnancy. Two stories, same generation. His grandfather did the same thing he's about to repeat. He went in and was like, all right, man, you could go back to the battlefield. But take this note. He took a little letter, wrote in it, sent it to the front, make sure one of them stray bullets kill his ass, because I can't even take the heat right now. Folded it, give it to the general, said take it back to the head general. He took his own death note back and they sent him to the battlefield. And that was how David ended with Bathsheba. Before you come and tell somebody they're a whore, before you tell somebody because they sleep with somebody else that they're supposed to sleep with, that they're a whore, bitch, go and read the Bible. There's a whole bunch of holes in the Bible. I got AC on. I got AC on. I'm not sweating. I got AC on. So I don't know why y'all keep asking me. It's my skin. And it's men that telling me to put the AC on as if to say I'm sweating because they don't take care of themselves. The men that on here that keep saying I should put the AC on, that's because y'all don't take care of your skin. Y'all skin look like the bottom of y'all fucking heels. If I show my heels, my face and my heels will look the same. Y'all heels is all crusty and dusty and chopped up. So I'm glowing and you tell me to put the AC on. My generator running. So obviously the fucking AC on. I'm gonna put the AC on. You sweating. This ain't sweat. This is glow, baby. This is called glow. This is not sweat. Okay. Now we can move on. Anywho, there's always some kind of man that want to be in the lady stuff. No, I don't look like I'm sweating, Ben. I am glowing. Unfortunately, maybe somebody at your house don't glow, but I'm not sweating. Okay? Anyway. So, before you want to see my heels? There go my heels. You can see them? You can see my heel? Talking about you want to see my heel with your crusty heel. My friend minute going to get manicure and pedicure at 10 and 1. Makeup. Makeup where? This ain't no makeup. Makeup where? I don't wear makeup. Anyway, I'm done with a man trying to argue with a girl. Because that's what you're trying to do. Argue with a girl. So before you come on here and ever think for a split second that you can call any woman, because I'm not going to speak for me alone. I'm going to speak for all the women that you keep addressing as Hopojo, prostitute, whore, and she slept with somebody, husband, and she, Ben, I'm going to take you off my life if you don't respect yourself. Oh, we've on the damn life. And Hopojo, she slept with somebody's husband, she's sleeping with somebody's husband. I am only following what my ancestor did in the Bible. I am only doing what Hagar did to make herself happy. Sarah and find a girl for her man. And David and find a girl who happened to be somebody's wife for himself. And we're not even going to talk about David's son Solomon. I'm going to just leave that story there because David's son Solomon in the Bible had a whole bunch of women. Yeah. David's son had a whole bunch of women. He had concubines, he had wives, he had baby mamas, he had side chicks and all of that. And it's 2025 and you come on this internet and say, oh, why am I a problem? Why am I a topic all the time for you fallen angels? Because I'm not going to address your own party line. I'm going to address you the way I feel like addressing you. Why do you guys always feel the need to come for me? You've been coming for me. You didn't know me before. You knew me from, how do I call him? From your painting protein. So none of you guys knew me personally or know me personally. So I'd be trying to figure out what is it that trigger you guys every time you see me outside. Oh, wait. You guys be expecting me to cry, huh? Y'all be expecting me to just fall out and just go flat? That can never happen. Bitch, that's why my grandmother taught me how to cook and how to bake and how to use these hands. I will use these hands and make money. I have a home, so I don't have to pay rent. The only thing I need in my home is light, and I make money to put my light on. The other thing that I need is for me to pay my bills that I left in the U.S., which gets taken care of. Other than that, the only other thing I need is rice and salt. I have a seasoning company. So obviously I have spices to cook with my food. I don't need to eat that much. So how much you think I need to live that I'm going to really fall off? The time in my life that I was ever going to be poor have not shown up yet. So that's not possible to show up. So when you sit home, you know, I'm going to hit a nerve. And I know it's going to trigger you guys and piss you off, but I'm going to go there. Because y'all been going there, and I just want to hit a little nerve, okay? Now that you guys have understood the David story, sleeping with a married woman, getting her pregnant, and the story of Abraham getting a girlfriend from his wife in the same house and getting her pregnant while I was married, I'm going to put that story aside, and I'm going to tell you guys one thing. I'm not going to address y'all again after this, but I need it alive because, amen, sis, amen. I'm going to just say one thing, and then the people that I resonate with, get it. Those of you that refuse to get it, publicly would never get it. But those of you that want to get it, will get it. And I'm going to say this. You must cultivate the habit of loving yourself first. If you have a mom, if you have a dad, if you have children, if you have siblings, if you have a man that you're married to or you're dating and you love, you must get in the habit of loving yourself first. So that way your emotions are solely dependent on you. Your emotions are not the liability of someone else. Okay? Don't get in the habit of loving someone to the point that you forget about you. And I think most of you who come on the internet to insult me for a man, hold on. Most of you who come on social media to constantly find it amusing to insult me for a man knows very little about me. But the people who know me personally, who have met me, who have had a conversation with me, who have interacted with me, know me. Know my vulnerability. They know what triggered me. They know what makes me mad. I respect them. They respect me. I love them. They love me back. That's why I can walk away. I can ghost a person and will never make a statement about them. We'll never have an altercation with them because I have a deeper respect for them. So I have friends that I don't talk to, that I shut them off, or they shut me off, however it works. And I'm not bothered by it because I love me enough to cover for every gap in my space. And a lot of you guys have not mastered the craft of loving yourself enough. You love another human being that you barely know nothing about. If not even a fraction, if 5% of you that love Josh to the extreme that you go to disrespect his children, mother, the women that have bare children for him, to disrespect them, people that have been intimate with him, to disrespect them. If most of you, 5% of you knew who he was as a person, have met him, know his strength, his weaknesses. Now, this is somebody that I know. I know the buttons to push. I know what time of the morning to talk to him. I know what kind of message to send him. I know what I would do to get his attention. I know if I wanted him, what to do to get him back. I know him because I spent time in his space listening to him. He didn't spend time in my space listening to me. So he knows less of me and I know more of him. A person who talk at people, don't know them. A person who talk with people, know them. And because you guys have never had an interaction with him to talk with him, you guys don't know him. So you assume, because you don't know him, you assume that your behavior is acceptable by him when it's really not. It's actually quite embarrassing. You think you're shaming me or bringing me to public ridicule, but in all actuality, you're bringing him to the space because what you do is your behavior breed my behavior. I will sit and I will be minding my business and you guys will come for me. And the mere fact that you come for me and I don't know nothing about you, I will not address you. I will go to the source who I know who have breed division, hatred, dishonesty, segregation into you guys' bloodstream. The person that have breed those behavior pattern into you guys and thought it was acceptable for you guys to do it. Because when you guys started off with disrespecting President Sirleaf at the time, had he putting you guys in your place as a leader and said, no, that's a woman, We're not going to take coffin with her name. We're not going to take her panties. We're not going to make her panties and take it outside with her name. We're not going to be very degrading and derogatory to a woman who happened to be the first female president of our country. That would not be acceptable as your leader for a political party. I think by now, you guys would have gotten it in your skull that it was unacceptable. But not once did he come into the defense of the women that he claimed to be a feminist about. He have never waken up one day and said, look, regardless of my relationship with Mike Begono or with Magdala Cooper, none of you guys would ever, now that's amended. They have given you guys the mandate to disrespect, but they have not given you guys the mandate to respect. And because of that, you guys are struggling to actually come up with ways to handle people. You leave your mothers at home, you leave your sisters at home, you leave your daughters at home, you leave your grandmothers at home, and you come on the internet and you think it is okay for you to be very degrading to women. That is okay, when it's really not. And it's from every party line. It's not just Cdcian. When you have political leaders that don't step in and take responsibility, when you have a party that power, and for me, the reason why I feel Cdcians are very disrespectful to people across the board, no matter your age, is because the power of CDC lies at the bottom of CDC, which is in the hands of the uncontrolled people. From 2004, if that was amended, that this is the strategy we use to win election, you guys didn't have to insult nobody. You don't have to come and insult nobody. People should have the political opinion without you thinking it is about you. Because we all are entitled. Our constitutional rights give us the entitlement to our rights to vote and our right to speak our mind without being degrading to each other. But your leaders will sit. He will allow you to, suck it to them. Give it to her. Go see what I want. And the time that he's taken to really plant that habit in you guys, he lost control of you. He thought he was doing something good for you, but he's lost control of you, so he doesn't have control of you. So any one of you can wake up and say anything. Forgetting that if you disrespect me, without a doubt, I will disrespect him. I'm not going to be like, oh, because, he didn't see me naked, so I'm going to be ashamed to say shit. I didn't see him naked, he didn't see me naked. I ain't never seen y'all naked. So I can't say stuff to y'all to emotionally affect you, but I can say stuff to him to emotionally affect him. So if you guys love him that much, you'll find another strategy. If not, 2029 will be a repeat of 2023. Because you're not going to disrespect nobody, and then they come and support you to come back to blow whistle here. You're not going to be blowing no fucking whistle. You're not going to be beating no drums. You're not going to be doing no I will say it. You're not going to do none of that shit if y'all can't come up with a better strategy. Because you guys are so I don't know how to say it, but it's just, you guys just control. Seriously, and I'm not saying this from any kind of, I know you like to say, oh, she's just coming from a hateful place, but I'm really not. If you guys go and ask President Weah, let me correct myself, former President Weah, George to be exact. Is it okay for us to open our mouth every day and course? Because you did that when Mimi King asked for child support. I watched you insult her online. And I had to pull him one day in the room and say, it's not fair for a woman to have a child for you and you disrespect her. Or have people be disrespectful to her. Because I have children, and my children's father, I'd be damned anybody would come for me. He would stand on your neck. That's the one thing about Black American men. They would never allow another person to just come from in the street randomly and disrespect their baby mom, whether they're together or not. But he have allowed you to disrespect Mimi. He was silent. He didn't come into her defense because of his daughter. He could have come into her defense. You did it to what's the girl name? Magdala Cooper. Even before y'all started insulting me on Saturday, you guys had a whole post. I got the post in my phone. Y'all were insulting Magdala Cooper. What is it? What is it that you guys gain? What is it he's giving you guys? What is it you guys, what kind of drink you guys are take? What kind of weed you guys are smoke? That you guys think that by being so disrespectful is some kind of boost? Y'all spend 12 years in opposition, insulting a woman that cleaned up and brought our country to its level of respect, a diplomatic respect. Only for you to come to power and take our country back to disrespectful diplomatic status. That people in diplomatic community were like, people need to play too much. I don't bother with him. You come, you want to insult me. You add the Senate pro tem who happened to be a woman. You add her in the insult only because I'm an affiliate of hers. So you decide you will add her to the insult. Every day he sits and allow you, for every single day that Jorweah sits and allow you to be very degrading to women and elders, you ain't going nowhere. I'm talking. You ain't going or chink where. You will have to go back to the drawing board and ask yourself, what is it that we did wrong? Not because any girl got in presidency here. Any girl presidency here in the last one they hand that she give it to you because she know you're going to be very chaotic. If has she not given you the power, you were going to be choking, rocky, and misbehaving. And she had already told the United Nations that we were security free. We were okay to stand on 2 feet. How was she going to come back and say, please send me assistant? You know, they're choking, rock, they're Cdcians and misbehaving. How was she going to do that? So the easier route was for her to find the weakest link that could control you. Only for him to get to power and he couldn't control you. You woke up in the morning, Jefferson Coach, you have press conference. You woke up in the morning, the other minister get press conference. Everybody had a different tune. Nobody had one respect you never had for Josh. So we don't be expecting you to get all respect. We who can vote, we're not expecting respect from you because you don't have any ounce of respect for him. If you have respect for him, you wouldn't even be on the internet cussing people that have been close to him. The fact that I have been in close proximity, you wouldn't even. You'll be like, you know what? She probably know too much. Okay, sorry, my internet. He probably would. Y'all probably would tell yourself, you know, she could say something, which I did. I only said 2 lines. He didn't give a fuck about y'all, and he don't do homework and he don't sit on the table with his kids, and y'all blowing up. Imagine if I had to write a book. Imagine if I had to call my daughter in the U.S. and tell her all the cell phone I gave you with the password, post everything that's there. Imagine if I had to do that. Imagine if I had to go that low and be like, you know what? Every private thing I know about him that my daughter holds the phone in the U.S. My daughter has 3 phones for me with informations in it. I'll let her post. Imagine if I had to go that dirty with y'all. But I would never do that. Because y'all won't push me to the wall. And I know y'all plans y'all got. Y'all don't give a fuck about him. That's the reason why he don't give a fuck about y'all. And if he care about y'all, before I go to sell my market, let me tell you one thing. If he care about y'all when y'all went to meeting to the airport, and this the part I want to chew your bone to there, and y'all be running, oh, internet, and I wouldn't even care. If he cared that much about y'all, he was out of the country for months. He flew in. The first statement he made was he been out of the country watching his son play. His son, his adorable son, was his priority. He wasn't looking for no company. George been rich man since our AL. He been making money since our AL since 1988. Well, 1988, I was 80 years old. So he's been a rich man since I was 80 years old. We have a rubber plantation in the country. He ain't open a rubber factory here for you to go work. He ain't trying to chicken soup factory was here. They could have renovated chicken soup factory for you to go and make chicken soup and then just stop the importation of chicken soup. And now we can produce our own chicken soup here. He ain't something. Then they used to have shoe factory here. They could have put maybe $1 million in it. Just to a round trip from here to Dubai or whatever. Could have renovated shoe factory. And the reason why I'm not going to call any other president, because that was the expectation we had for him, because he was one of our own and he was young and he was energetic and he had traveled the world. So we had expectation for him to one way he have seen on the Temamoto way to bring it here. He have seen biscuit factory on the Temamoto way. We're expecting biscuit to be banned in Liberia and biscuit to be made in Monrovia on the Ralphie Highway. Cassava industry. The Nigerian farmers export $1.7 billion worth of cassava every year. Not what they consume locally. China uses cassava for livestock, ethanol, and pharmaceutical. Every medication has starch in it. So Nigeria even banned importation of starch because they're producing starch. That's just one product that he could have been able to say, you know what, let me just do processing facility around the country for cassava for you to be working to the processing plant. He had the opportunity for you to even plant rice and make rice cheap. He didn't do it. He had the opportunity to make matches. Matches, the one again, let me let my candle say, I can't from it. Matches, let me show you. Not even fancy matches that they. So you know everything. But teach you small. Matches. Chia. Ain't care your matches company. Mosquito call. The mosquito don't bite your every neck. I feel like people importing matches and mosquito call. Every day you feel with the foreigner name, but the foreigner name importing matches and mosquito call. And yet, you can love a person, but you must love yourself first. You must be your first priority. Scholarship was so much. None of you guys applied for it that it went back in the system. Because they were mean to you. They were so mean to you that they couldn't even give you a scholarship. It's not even out of the pocket. Japan has scholarship, China has scholarship, Korea has scholarship, US has scholarship, UK has scholarship, Europe has scholarship. They didn't get your scholarship. I fell off on, I know book, I get degree, I want to expand my education. Can I please get? They say, oh yeah, I bet you, we never get. He arrived. You talk, you say, you pay your way. They pack your impulses, they recruit you, they carry you to the airport. You know what he said? I've been watching my child play. My successful son in whom I'm well pleased. I've been going. I've been seeing my son. My amazing, talented son. I've been seeing him play. And he's so good. I was looking for another team for him. Voila! I found another team for him. Yeah! I was saying, for a child. Not your child. Not your mom, not your brother, not your sister, not your child. His child. He got in a car. He shake all over my Lord, my God, I see him shaking their hand. The video there, and let me put the video up. He never shook, no, formal Lord, my God, and I brought it, say. He shake their hand, they see that, where they mind, where they come to hear again, my people. They put it let me breathe. He got in a car, he won a sunroof into the editorial. People. He went by a way. What my cousins here? I will run back to that particular chair. He came after he waved to you. He put his roof that on. They were texting, oh, Chief, we beg you. Can you just wave to the people? The people plenty to Boston Junction. Can you please wave for 10? He put a gun to Boston. He went to a horse. We are neighbors. So I know the activity that was going on. He closed the gate like that. I ain't close the gate in front of you. He one single sonar enter his fence. Go to the welcome sign on the car road. I believe he left your head. He even enter behind the welcome fence. He left it on the car road. Close the welcome sign gate, drove to a house. He ain't welcome inside. He can't answer until a birthday for you to can clap. Happy birthday! And that's a nice thing to tell somebody happy birthday. It's beautiful to age. What are you doing for yourself? Whilst you're on the internet typing, you use 9 hours. Sometimes when you use 16 hours of your day. When the people work that 16 hours in America, your course, then people clean up, they can send your file or scratch cut. You use 9 to 16 hours of your day looking for people to insult. Do you know what you can learn from YouTube in 9 hours? Do you know you can learn how to make donut and sell donut in your community for 9 hours? Do you know that you can actually go and buy something in a market and try to resell? But you're using your time and your effort and your energy, and instead of asking God for knowledge and wisdom to be wise so that your life can elevate, you're chasing people online every day to disrespect them for someone else's dream that has absolutely nothing to do with you. Ministers, they in a broken read 1,000. I don't care the appointment when they read 1,000. You're more than 1,000. So you will not be minister. I know a girl who, and I would never call her name because she get respect for me. She's Cdcian. When she got, after she used to throw food to that yard, she used to carry food. They used to sell. They used to bring donation every weekend. They used to bring gas money and this and that and the third. When you won election, they sent her to finance ministry to go work to the mobile money area to pay her $150 after working and sweating her entire life. Because if you spend 12 years behind somebody, plus the owner says, yeah, that's half for your life. If you read 50 years, that's half for your life. You go to the math. So, the time you will take to allow people to slam those in front of you, decide what hour they take you will eat their breadcrumbs. Decide if you will drink bottled water or pack of water. You go to the homes, they don't give you a pack of water, and you have to sit for hours and wait outside the fence before they call you to the second fence to wait another hours before you get to the main entry. Focus on yourself. After today's message, whether you take it or leave it or use it as an insult, allow this message to resonate in your brain. That at this level in my life, what am I doing for myself? What am I doing for myself as a human being? I am 50 years old. Subtract 12 from your 50. Then you subtract 6 from your 50. What have you accomplished? What can you tell yourself that, tell me, I work hard, I got here. You're causing me, I have a whole company. You're causing me, I have a whole passport. You're causing me, I got 2 children who are employees of the United States. Any given day, my son can send me food to eat if I get food to eat. So you got nobody, you only got yourself. You only got yourself and your rest of your family are depending on you. Instead of taking all the money for recess for your children, you're used to come online and insult people. You have insulted the greatest woman in Liberia, Ellen Johnson. Nobody can be more powerful than her. You're not insult her. She not reach. Oh, she going to 90-year old. Some of you not die insulting her. Some of you she not say, oh wow, he didn't want you to cause me to say he dying. Nothing you're getting for in the insult. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And you're expecting me to be moved when I have my own life and my things going on for me in my life. You see, I'm feeling working today. Let me wear my gloves. While you were cursing, I was producing things to sell to make money. While you were cursing, my palm bottle was sold out. While you were cursing, my dry fish sold out. While you were cursing, my cash app and my sale were foot. While you were cursing, I was watching Netflix and pissing you the fuck off. While you were fussing. When you take your time and focus on your level, when you will take your time and focus on your level, you not play Lulu. Oh, President, yeah, know me. Oh, not me. Hey, all the women then I can be cussing for President. Yeah. Former President. Yeah, I need to stick to the church because the president is not for him. To church. All the women are cussing the church. One day they gathered, they said they went to a hospital asking for market money. They sat there for hours. The group I can go to China. They know they said they only laugh. He getting ching ching. They went to market hospital. They sat there for hours. I think they said I found out one time market getting to share money and say business with me. And I'm the only person that I love to church. I beg you. Then let me tell you something to next. Let me tell you one other thing, Fako. Something you know. Church have met some amazing Liberian women. Educated, smart, beautiful Liberian women. He met them. You know why he leave away from them? Because it's an excuse for him to still be married. To say, oh, I'm married, I can marry you. Because you were where you But he don't want to get paid for her to stay. Let me talk here. So it's an excuse. So that's the reason why we love to him. We don't care. We can love to him. When you finish. If you now I don't never bring in love to because mind you, somebody with 11 children, I ain't even born for him. Yeah, I got my own personal reason why I born. I get pregnant, and I go there for for him, but I'm born. So when you sit and you say, oh, hey, when I leave a wife, he thought you were going to leave a wife. No, I never thought he was going to leave his wife because we never had that conversation. He and I never once discussed about him leaving his wife. He closed the gate at there in front of him. You know how he closed the gate? He closed the gate. He came from the airport, the ramp behind him, he closed the gate at there. Get the answers from my fucking kid. I don't see the motherfucker in. They had to go create fake fire for attention. He still had to put it in a place. So you're not making that to say the only person. Jorweah, when you carry you over like bring the guy reason why he married her. When he wanted somebody who would be able to help him with his children, to raise his children, so he married Clark. So that client he married, and you can be yelling for. It's interesting how 1 minute you can call her a foreigner, the next minute you can say that bring her and useless. What do you want for him now? How can we agree with useless? But his marriage is an excuse for him to never marry a Liberian woman. And so we that I'm loving to him, we're not stupid. Tell me, hey, go find your own husband. I will have your husband. And I go get married, and I'm born children, and I come back to love to him. I get boyfriend right now. Don't think about one place I'm single. I get men who madly love me. Does everything for me. So don't think I sing down to the hall and I'm single. No, I'm not single. And the point that no, I'm not single. Just because you're not privileged to know that, that doesn't mean you would think you're single. So before you come here to insult like real women that have bare children for him, that those children don't have access to him because of that very wife. Yeah? You must wash your mouth. Because you're not helping him. You want to walk him, he care, and she missed it, make her 9-inch nut. That means you cousin? Alright. And the level of since your car. School is still available. Knowledge is still available. You must spend time with yourself to know what you want, what your purpose is in life, and ask yourself, what is it that I really want outside of this politics that I'm disturbing the entire country for? What is it that I want as a Cdcian? How does it benefit me? Your schools that know it's raining, lightning, and cat outside. How does it benefit me? Knowing George, you know what I do for me? All the costs you're not cost me. I use all that cost to build a company. Your cost me, that I built a whole entire company from your insults. And your thing is stupid. George is a brainer. If you keep attaching your name to me with insult, I will keep selling. So I don't have a problem with it. So you're coming here to tell me, say, he left you, you get nothing. I have a company that the insult you guys have insulted me. I built a whole company with that insult. I'm still real outside with that. John, I'm not talking about you bring real. I'm coming. Back to the center. While you were cursing me, I built an entire brand. And I know that my knee you're used to curse. So I actually built a brand with my knee. While you were cursing. While you were cursing, I went to pick up my dry crawfish. I shipping it to the US. While you were cursing, I get fresh dry crawfish. While you were cursing, I dry palm butter to ship it to the US. While you were cursing, it will be on my website. While you were cursing, I drop flour sauce, dehydrated flour sauce. I read my Bible because I wanted to use it for you today. While you were cursing, Who told you my life is man business? I barely want to have sex at this age. Ask anybody my age. Sex is not our priority. Because I don't even want to sleep with me. We want to be in bed with me. We don't even want to see me. We just want somebody sometime we won't talk to. So while you were cussing, I was making up. While you were cussing, my poor mother was here. And I show my own. While you were cussing, I was hot. I can drink my tea when it's cold. And I don't put honey inside to give it different flavor. So I just put my moringa leaf and drinking it. But while you were cussing, I was elevating my life. I want for one of y'all, I dare one of y'all to show me what y'all did when I was cussing. And I show you everything I've done while you were cussing. I want y'all to be able, I want to challenge 10 Cdcians that insulted me to be brave and tell me, this is what I accomplished this week while we were cussing you. I don't care if you have a hiding behind fake page, you can use your real page and come with that post. Because the first thing is your account was to use fake page. You would never use real page. But while you were cussing, God has tremendously blessed me in the insult. What you thought was a shame, turning to be a celebration for me. I'm sold out, bitches. On that note, I'm off the live. Next time before you insult me, make sure you love yourself, value yourself, and you want something for yourself beyond political party now. Okay?